What's going on there, fellow YouTubers? This is Chris from the Msss Anomalies channel. Guys, I got another cool one for you, just like I had the last video. That one there was amazing. There's a lot of covered up stuff in there. That one there was from, I believe it was Spirit Rover. This one here jumps back to Curiosity Rover, and this was from, I believe, 620. Sol 620. And my buddy San, we had just been kicking it over on Skype there. Like a lot of times we'll get together as a Msss team, and we'll just kind of like, sift through pictures and see if we can find anything. And basically anybody finds a picture there, they run off with it and they do their own video. He had just done one. It's called NASA. It's covering up a massive machinery and structure and a massive wreckage. And I believe he's right. I mean, there's just a bunch of crap in here. But this one here is about Mount Sharp. Now, you guys know how I feel about Mount Sharp. I think it's a big hoax. I think it's a big cover-up. I've been saying there's either buildings or vehicles on this, picture itself, or this mountain, so to speak. And I still stick by that. I'm going to hit the mic there. I'm going to show you guys something that's just bizarre. And I've been saying this, like I said, for a while. Every now and then they do manipulations, but here's the cool part. They don't manipulate it enough. So every now and then you have an anomaly pop out of nowhere. And I've done this, this mountain or these areas, so to speak, many times, and it was never this clear. So this is what I'm saying. You just get a piece sometime of anomaly, then the rest of it's a total mess. Now, I'm going to show you the picture. This one here. Now, this one here is from MidnightPlanets.com. The cool thing about this site is that, believe it or not, they've got more pictures than NASA site does. It's almost like NASA's like, yeah, whatever, we'll just take it off our site. We, whatever. You guys can do what you want with the rest. Which makes no sense at all, but it is what it is. I'm not going to do a whole lot about it. But check this out, guys. This is, let me go over here. Now, my buddy San, like I said, from Mars and Mass, he just did this area right here. He did a good job on this thing. You got to look in between the lines, so to speak. There's stuff here, and here's the thing. You can go, I'll put his video in my, of course, I'll have his link in my description so you can check it out yourself. Unless you guys are already familiar with him, just bounce over to his channel and you'll see. He does a good job. I mean, they make it so obscure you have to dig into these pictures to really find something. And it takes a lot of work, believe it or not. Some people think, guys, there's nothing there. I don't know what you guys are doing. Well, you're going to see in a second that it's not just simply nothing. Now, I've been saying this for a while. They invert these pictures, or at least this wannabe mountain. And I don't believe it's a mountain at all. I believe it's a bunch of, it's a destroyed city, just a city complex, whatever, with machines, vehicles, call it what you will. There's stuff strewn all over this area. And I don't believe this mountain is a mountain at all, meaning, or at least the distance is trying to, they're trying to make it sound like it's a huge distance away. It's not. It really isn't. When you stop and you look at let's say the rover was sitting right here at the front of it, and you can compare the average man to the rover. Okay, you can just literally walk over there, and I don't mean it's 2 feet away. Don't get me wrong. This thing could be from anywhere between 40 and 75 feet away. I don't know, but it's really, if you really get into these pictures of Mount Sharp, at least these areas, you'll agree. I mean, you just have to do your homework on these things and really get into them, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. But anyway, let me jump into this because this is why. Okay. So when you look at these, this area right here, because I'm going to concentrate right here. I've always said this rover here, the top of this area was just amazing. I mean, it's just, and this is only part of it because there's a whole bunch of stuff all the way to the right, and which goes down to the south end of this wannabe Mount Sharp. So, and I call it Mount Garbage, and at the very southern end of it, I lovingly call, well, me and Christian and San, we all call it Mount Twinkie, as because it looks like a giant Twinkie laying on the ground. But anyway, we just have a lot of fun with it. But anyway, so again, they actually invert this, and I want to show you why. Check this out. If you look at this crack right up here, see the way this comes out right here? Now, it looks pretty much natural. You say, well, heck, there's all kinds of features like that in a mountain. You can see that everywhere you look, even here on Earth. Okay. But look at this edge right here. It looks like a rounded edge. Okay, and it just has this flat section right here. Do you see that? Okay. That, to me, says, oh, my God, it's been messed with so badly that you want to dig for whatever may be under it. So it takes a bit of work, but this is what I come up with. You'll love this. I'm going to jump back. I'm going to hit the first snapshot. A lot of these guys do layers. I do snapshots. The reason why I do the snapshots is because I can hit any snapshot and then jump off from that and just, shop and do whatever the heck I want. But basically, I'd desaturate. Brightness and contrast, get rid of the shadowing, anything like that, because you want to keep all of the shadows and the darkness areas out of there if you can help it, to make everything pop if you can. Okay, this is what I come up with. Okay, this thing is amazing. Now I'm going to jump in. I'm going to go back to the original for a second. Now watch this. Again, what looks more natural to you? This right here. I'm going to back up just a little bit because it is a bit grainy and distorted. Right here. Again, this crack right here running down to this area over here. And then we have this weird kind of, it looks like almost like there's a straight line going across and then down here and around. Okay. Or this. You can literally see pipes. There's a pipe going inside this, I'm going to say it's some kind of facility, some kind of whatever. But look at the way this thing is, look at the piping and everything right here. Look at this. Down. Comes up. Boom. Almost like, if you guys are familiar with, like, if you have gas in your house that, you cook with and heat with and so on, it almost looks like, if you go to these industrial areas, they got these big fat pipes coming out of the ground. There might be 6, 8-inch pipes, and they have these big regulators on them and pumps and all this other stuff, depending on what it is that they're doing with it. But you can clearly see there's things in this picture. My God. I went down to this here, and it's just a bunch of wreckage everywhere, man. This appears to be like other buildings or facilities. It's hard to tell. To me, they look like giant mushrooms, to be honest with you. But, okay. Now, I'm going to blur it up just a hair bit because I want you guys to see this and have not so much graininess. Yeah, it's a little bit clearer there, which is fine. But it comes right out of this hole. There's actually piping. And you can see the other stuff right here, and the way this comes around, wraps around it. It's a smooth surface right here. That, to me, is intelligently made. Now, I'm going to throw some color in this thing so, you guys can get a better look, because sometimes it actually helps pop out details. So, again, I mean, you got these funky-looking things right here. Look at this. Perfect 90 degree, not 90, but check that out. Boom. Straight line comes down, goes into here, and there's stuff underneath there. Of course, you can't really make any of that out, and I didn't concentrate on an area. Because, like I said, my buddy Sam did this already. He's already done this, and like I said, check his video out. He's also he really gets into this right here, because there's a bunch of it to see, guys. And then I run the red filter, so to speak, and you can see just a bunch of stuff. This doesn't look like clearly, it's clearly intelligently made. It doesn't look like a simple mountain with rocks and so on and so forth. And I'm going to back out just a little bit. Now, here's the real deal, well, supposedly. Now, look how, you go, well, if you first look at this, the impression you get is, oh, yeah, look at the mountains. Look how, those are pretty cool. They're not mountains, guys, and I've been saying this for a long time now. You look at this, what is that? Are you guys kidding me? Look at this thing. Oh, my God. And it's right at the top of this. And I've been saying this for a long time. This is like this, whatever this is, whether it be machine, part of a machine. And like I said, these things are not as big as you think they are, but they're not tiny either. I just don't know. There's no way of knowing as far as scaling-wise. So it's purely speculation as to how big these things are or what they are. But clearly, you can see this is not a rock. Look at the difference between this. There's a huge difference between this. There is no like in between. Well, maybe it's sort of maybe that. No, there's no resemblance. It's totally opposite, and there's just things there you can see that are mechanical. There's just no way around it. Now check this out. Let me see if we can. There's something else in the front here I just noticed. Well, I can't really make that out. Let's do this. Now let's do with this here. Let's do a little shopping, see if we can bring anything out. Probably not. See, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of distortion here, and that's the problem. You really can't bring out a whole lot of this, but you get lucky sometimes, and they didn't really manipulate a certain area, so you can actually see things pretty clearly. Now, that, not so much. But when I see things like this, when I see something that look like pipes that literally come down, look at it, perfect, boom, nice and rounded. The second one down, nice and rounded. Like I said, this could be regulator, whatever. It comes back down into the ground. Heck, I've seen plenty of this here. Now, these may actually be smaller versions of this. It's just because it's been manipulated so much, you really can't see whether there's like, look at this. Now I can see this like round circle, another round circle, another round circle. And it's hard to tell if this has been damaged or not. It's not completely straight down, as you can see. So God only knows what this stuff is, but to me, this is all mechanical. This is piping. This might have been some kind of, I don't know, industrial complex. It could have been anything. But anyway, guys, I don't want to make this too long. I just wanted to show you this because I thought this was just simply wild. And you can just see that looks a whole lot more natural to me than this piece of garbage, which like I said, I lovingly call Mount Garbage. But there's just, and I only concentrate on this area, guys. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. Just, if you guys get this picture, just look into here. Look into all of these pictures right here. Just look at this stuff, and you'll go like, what is that? I mean, there's things hidden in here. Look at this. I mean, this doesn't, look at this. Wait, this one comes across. This one drops down from it. I mean, oh my God. I mean, you could just shop in any one of these. Just, you know, what does that in nature? I mean, you can't make anything of any value, so to speak, but there's clearly, these don't look like just standard rocks. Look at this, like a bunch, like holes up in this, whatever this is down here. Look at this. But there's something here. Now, because of, like I said, the being obscured and everything else, it's hard to make out anything of any value in a lot of these pictures. But when you see something like this pop out, come on. That clearly is something there. And it's all at the top of this flat area right here. And it might be like a giant plateau, so to speak. And everything is on top of this. And it looks like it's possibly engineering, some kind of, you know, refinery site. Who the heck knows? I mean, pipes. It could be anything. But anyway, guys, like I said, I didn't want to make this too long, but I just wanted to show you that, and you know, maybe get your thoughts on it, as always you guys do anyway, and which is great. I love it when you guys actually jump in and weigh in on this. So anyway, guys, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you see this picture. Just let it sit there. You guys can tell me what you think it is. To me, like I said, it's a no-brainer, guys. These guys have been lying. They lie through their teeth, and I'm going to continue to dig both in the older pictures to the newer ones. The new ones, if you guys notice, it's getting harder and harder to see anything. Wonder why? I believe that they're watching our videos, and they're saying, hey, wait a minute, guys. They're finding this stuff a little too easy. All right, how are they going about bringing this stuff out? Okay, now we need to combat that. So why don't we try this technique instead? And it's getting harder and harder to find anything in these pictures, but doesn't mean you can't. So we'll keep digging. You guys keep watching. And this is the reason why I make these videos, because I love hunting for this stuff, and we're going to continue to do it. Stick with us, and you'll understand why. Because, like I said, I just love doing this stuff, man. It's just the thrill of the hunt, man. And that's all there is to it. And like I said, a lot of people have gotten like totally disappointed. Like, oh man, it's really aggravating that they're lying. Yeah, but on the other side of the token, it's cool to find out what they're hiding. But anyway, guys, give me your thoughts as always. Like I said, you know, I enjoy your comments, and you know, I love your input. So if you guys are just viewers and you're not subscribers, please do so. I mean, you can stay apprised of what's going on, what the next videos are coming up, and you'll see them when they come on, when I upload them. So, guys, thanks for watching. As always, always appreciated, and I will see you guys next pick.